going to show you guys what I would make a YouTube video about, and what's definitely going to be in this YouTube video, particularly this one, this live stream, and the very beginning of it too. There's going to be a lot more exciting things to look forward to, as well, with these other things coming up. So that are going to be awesome for me and for anyone else, that kind of thing out here in this world. It's going to be super duper cool. That I just there's nothing. There's not enough words to even explain what's actually going on right there, kind of thing. I just can't put it into words. I can just put it into silence, but I can't put that into words about how excited I am about it. How excited I am about it, and I have a reason to be very excited about these great things coming ahead. There are amazing things coming ahead, actually. So it's not just for me, for everybody else too around me, and all that kind of stuff. It's and for everyone else on this channel here that has been with me for a while. So, anywho, even though nobody's watching right now, I'm going to do what I was actually going to do in the first place with a YouTube video and get down into it. Except I'm doing this all in the live stream here instead. These are air conditioning blowers for air conditioning clothing. They do not do air conditioning at all. They are just regular blowers that blow fast enough air and stuff like that, and they move a lot of air, kind of thing too. You can use these for pretty much cooling yourself off in the summertime and stuff like that. Up here, down here, and whatever you need cooling off with. These fans, they are very universal when it comes to that. I would suggest putting these particular air conditioning clothing fans inside a inflatable suit of some sort, or a suit that also is that has more breathability for the material, a lot more breathability for material. Then also these fans would actually be able to work with that as well. And these screw on and screw off like exactly like what I've shown here. And then you screw it back on, and then you do that with it, kind of thing. You can do whatever you want with these, and then you put these inside your inflatable costume and use it for your inflatable costume. Now, these are just as good. They're actually better than the inflatable costume blowers, the original ones that you get with your inflatable costume, like the orange ones and red. Some of them are red, some of them are green, and other ones are also white, and then there's black ones of like this too. That well, they don't look like that. They're just different style ones, different color ones that are more like a snail type style of a blower system. Like this one over here that I actually happen to have. This one's a 1 amp one. Not as efficient as these are. These are a lot more efficient. These will last you a lot longer than this blower will. This blower won't last you as long because it actually sucks more power up. So, and it doesn't really, it's not as efficient either. These are a whole lot more efficient when it comes to moving the air. Especially for just one of these, it moves a lot of air. And they're $22 just for a pair of these. I'll be I'll be putting the links in the description when this live stream is done, and of course I'll be putting it, or when this video, shall I say, is also going to be done with this. So just basically the things that I'm going to be doing here, kind of thing. And there is a power bank. You would have to buy a special power bank for the 3.1 millimeter plug right here to be able to plug it into your power bank and stuff like that. And there is attachments that you can use that actually you just gotta have the right attachment to attach this to your USB power bank. And there is a USB thing that actually is a 1 amp thing, and I will put that in the description as well of where you can get that particular thing, because I did purchase that recently. So I'm going to put that in the description, and what it is and what you do, or what kind of thing that you need for it. And you also need the barrel plugs for that. So I'll put that in the description too, what you need. And then of course a screwdriver. Then you're going to need a 3 millimeter screwdriver or a 3M3 screwdriver. should I say, with that. Now, most of the blower systems also have a very flimsy USB port wire kind of thing. So you really want to be careful with this wire right here because you can't really, it doesn't survive that many bends. So you have to be careful with that within the 2 years that you have the blower system. Or this could last a lot more than 2 years. It depends on how long you use it for, and how long you're out there in the environments and stuff like that for as well. But like I said, this one's not as efficient as these ones are. These $22 blower systems for these pair are going to be a lot better for you when it comes to your inflatable costume. And your other inflatable costumes that are actually not as breathable as well, and then the ones that are a little bit more breathable for their material. There is such a thing as that breathable material, and then versus not as breathable. So, anywho, there's still both materials are still very breathable when it comes to polyester fabric to PU coated polyester fabric. Usually, that's usually what that is. With these inflatable costumes, the majority of them nowadays, the ones that are made from that. It's very cheap material, but it works for many years on end. It can work for decades on end. It can work for long extended periods of time until the material deteriorates and pretty much doesn't really hold air anymore, kind of thing. Then that means that you can always redo it. And there's such thing as redoing it with like a latex thing. You can always put latex over it and use that as the same thing. But latex doesn't last as long. So you would have to you'd have to put like some type of oil or lubricant on there on the actual on the latex part, so and to make it much better. So then it would last you a very long time. The latex can last you forever actually if you take care of it. You gotta take care of it. You gotta know when to take care of it and what not to do with it, and when not to take care of it at all, or when you don't need to take care of it. So. And I have yet to learn these other things about latex. So this right here, particularly this box right here, is going to be my garden in the summertime. I'm going to be growing my plants in here in the summertime and putting my own organic soil in there and stuff like that. Also, right here indoors, I'm actually going to put it right here, right in this area to grow my own plants. So you'll be seeing some plants in my live streams as well. That I'd be growing my own stuff here, and then having that with different music that actually is more very high vibrational music, where it's really super good music on words, and just happy music, really happy and relaxing music for it. So for it to grow, that helps plants grow, by the way, and music does too. Not just any music, certain music will actually help plants grow and stuff like that too, especially when it comes to more so closer to the creator and the source. That's another thing altogether, and that's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother stream that I'll just mention all that in. But yes, this right here particularly is what you would have to be looking forward with that. And I did actually put another thing over here. That's because this power bank right here, this is a inflatable power bank. Particularly, that's what this is, the reason why, hence its name there, because it hooks up to a inflatable blower. The blower system actually doesn't need any other things with that, so it just hooks up to it, and then it runs for an X amount of time, usually 5 to 10 hours or so, about 10 hours I would give it, but not even 10 hours, not even 8 hours. I wouldn't give it 8 hours, but it runs for a decent amount of time for your inflatable or inflatable costume, but it's no longer available on Amazon, eBay, or anywhere else kind of thing, unless you go to madeinchina.com or go to alibaba.com to also get this over here as well. And Amazon, if you go on Amazon kind of thing, you can find these exact blowers right here and the exact name brand and everything else. And this is the name brand of what they are. And this is the wattage and the voltage that they actually are at too. If you guys can't really see that well, but that is Japanese more so, or either Japanese or Chinese, one of the two. But mainly it's a Japanese thing, this is. So these blowers are actually. I'm talking about that for this live stream. So some tips and tricks of what I do. Yeah, definitely subscribe to that. To these other tips and tricks for that, for these blower systems to for costumes, to inflatable costumes, to non-inflatable costumes, to inflatable clothing or non-inflatable clothing, or you can just use it for regular clothing in the summertime. Stuff like that. And just the versatility of these particular things. And then I'm also talking about this power bank right here, how special it is, kind of thing. This is a special power bank now, and it's now no longer sold anywhere else. But that's why I'm making this video or making this this will be a video later after when I'm done, kind of thing. So it'll be uploaded to my channel there, and then you can go back and watch this and figure out what else I actually said with that, and with this particular power bank right here too, and all that kind of stuff. What I didn't show is that so far, actually, what this power bank does is it clips onto you, and you just clip it right onto you like that. I don't know why they got rid of it. It's a really safe power bank, and it's one of the best ones out there that you can still get. Or you can get it customized. You still get it customized, and on the websites, I did mention that earlier in this live stream. The websites where you can buy this particular power bank, which is a inflatable power bank. You can always tell them to put the inflatable thing on there for an inflatable, so you can hook it up to an inflatable thing, decoration thing, or you can hook it up to your own inflatable costume, whatever that you want to choose to do with this particular power bank. So it has multiple different uses. You can even charge your phone with it. You can do all kinds of different things. So with all that being said, that's not the only thing to be said about this. Is that as I mentioned earlier that this right here particularly is typical for a inflatable costume for ones for different name brands and stuff like that hold with different motors. And yes, there's different motors that are out there. These are brushless. These will last a long time. Like 5 years, 5 to 10 years. These ones will last. So, and then this one will last only 2 years because it's only it's sleeve bearing. Sleeve bearings only last 2 years, and this is like a dual ball bearing. That's gonna last like a lot longer, like 5 to 10 years. So, of consistent use is what I'm saying. And these ones are also more efficient. These would be a whole lot more efficient than and work a whole lot more better than this one would. And these are actually twice as good as this one. And also just better on battery life. That's what I mean by efficiency. So as in, even though they're only 12 volts though, they'll still last longer. And you can buy a 12-volt battery system that does that. And you can always buy the system or other stuff for this because you need the extension cords. You would have to buy those separately. That's all on Amazon too. And you can always get these other things there. But yes, I've actually used these particular blower systems inside a costume that I've made so far. I do make inflatable costumes actually, so 13 years of experience of using these in costumes and stuff like that, and knowing exactly what to do with this kind of stuff. So, and I'm actually sharing that knowledge, the very important knowledge about this kind of stuff, because not very many people know how to use an inflatable costume properly, and there's a proper way and not really a proper way of using one. But having a cooling system inside or having a nice blower system is always going to be the best friend when it comes to an inflatable costume or any any clothing for whatsoever kind of thing. Because especially if you're out in heat and stuff like that, these kind of things are definitely very much a big lifesaver. Because when it comes to heat stroke, that's no joke. So these kind of things are always a lifesaver to have around. So you would always want to always think outside the box when it comes to that. And sometimes, even though this is expensive to get these types of blower systems just alone, they're $22 usually normally, just for these pair, and then it's another $10, just for the extension cords that attach to the blower thing itself and to the Y connection, in which you have to buy 2 of them to be able to connect to your Y connection and stuff like that. So then you can use them inside your inflatable costume or anywhere else that you would like to use these particular blowers on at and stuff like that. So, but the inflatables, I haven't really posted anything about. Well, basically, I posted a little bit about inflatables over here. Not very much over here as much on my channel, particularly on the channel. But I also posted some video games over there. I do video games as well, so somewhat. I do them a lot more often off camera usually, but I can do more gaming content as well too. To throw that in there and just for fun, just to do something for fun. And there's going to be other things to look forward to. There it is. There's one of the Y connections here, and then of course you want to make sure that they're the right size for that because the right size matters with that. So I'll be definitely, like I said, putting this in the description and putting that over there like that. Now, for your modern day blower system, is usually around 15 grams of thrust usually. So 15 to 18 grams of thrust mainly. In which it doesn't really, it takes still a while to, even for it being twice as fast, that's actually twice as fast. There's only 8 grams of thrust for the ones that are normal. That's not really what you want. You want it to be more than 8 grams of thrust because that usually gets hot in there quite quickly when you're trying to dance and stuff like that. So the faster the blower system, and more efficient it is at getting the hot air out of the costume, the better it is. The way better it is, kind of thing. So you would feel more cooler much quicker when it comes to that. That's where these types of blowers come into handy. And they come very handy for that, for keeping somebody nice and cool inside of a costume or inside anything else. So these particular ones that I would say from this point on for sure, if you're going to be getting into any of that kind of stuff, inflatable costumes, or just into air-conditioned clothing, or stuff like that, then you're going to want to have something like this for that. That will last you a while, kind of thing. So you wouldn't have to worry about the battery running out of juice anytime soon, or anything like that. So then it can pretty much run all day and not have to worry about too much. But once again, you gotta know exactly what kind of model this is, kind of thing with that. What kind of battery it is and all that kind of stuff too, to be able to get it customized exactly like this. Now you have to go directly to a manufacturer and get this customized. So and that is actually the downfall about that, because this right here would be over $50 just to even get it customized. So this particular is the most expensive thing for the entire thing for your inflatable costume. Your power bank is always going to be the most expensive part, but as for right now, it is because the battery chemistry is not really too great. But yes, I know a lot about battery chemistries. Better battery chemistry I'll try to make later when it comes to making more money, kind of thing. When I get a lot more, kind of thing too, I will definitely be doing that. A safer one, more reliable battery source, or a battery that would definitely take the atmosphere that we have around right here and turn it into energy instead, and turn it into something like this, and just as much energy and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just trying to think outside the box of how I can utilize a battery that is not really a battery, but generate electricity out of thin air. So that's going to be interesting. And hello to the other person that said hi. I just now got that with that. Anywho, I'm going to put these back over here like that. And yeah, that's exactly this right here particularly. I actually did do something with it. I made this helmet piece right here. Right there with that, the hood. So my face can be showing right here in this area of the costume. So then I can use it much more easy than actually having a viewing window. A viewing window is not really the most easy thing. That fogs up a lot more, and breathability is very low inside the costume when it comes to that. And especially when you're exercising and you're wanting to get more oxygen there to that, to more parts of the body there too, kind of thing. So this is a very important thing to always have your face showing when it comes to that. and having your own hood with that. Now, if you have a sewing machine, yes, you can do the same thing with that, and do the same thing what I did right here. But you gotta have a definite either sewing machine or hand sewing. You can always hand sew this as well. It just take a lot longer to hand sew it. But then do it with a sewing machine. A sewing machine can do this a lot faster. Do this type of work a lot faster. So, and which that's the reason why it's blue, because I had blue material on hand to do that. To do these types of things. So yeah. Yeah, and then of course, I've seen something else over there. Wasn't sure what else it was I had seen with that, but there you go. I'll just put that away for right now and do that kind of thing. So I did actually show this in another live stream over there, and I have like a video about this one already. So, I mean, actually, you guys actually how to get this on. Actually, how you can get it on. And then of course I'll just use the power bank that said it wasn't really any longer available, and I'll just use that with it. Now these are USB power banks, they're just USB ones, so it doesn't mean that you can't use anything else with that. You can use a 12 volt 1A thing with this, and anything below 12 volt, anything that's below that 1A mark for 12 volts, then you'll definitely have a better blower system that would actually be twice as fast than your other one, that your original one would be, kind of thing. And then you can actually, just for fun, I'm just going to wear something like this. Or actually, I'll just I'll wear some other, the next one there, kind of thing. I got to do some stuff there. So anyway, I'll just go off this live stream to do that. And I hope you guys really found this helpful with these other things that I've been trying to tell you guys there with that. And scientifically, I was trying not to be so scientifical about stuff, but you know, it's hard not to be when I'm somebody who knows about a lot about science and all these other things and all that kind of stuff. So know a lot about a lot of things. Just wanted to share that type of knowledge with you, kind of thing, so then you're familiar with that kind of stuff as well, not just me. But yeah, see you guys in my next live stream.